Welcome back to another episode from my Soul Cooking channel. Today we are going to do one of my favorite appetizers, and it's called Telengana lamb chops. So first thing first, for this preparation, what we're going to do is take the lamb, the mutton chops, and we are going to put them to boil. Okay, so let's take all of this and put it into the bowl. So I have exactly around 600 grams of mutton here, and let's start adding the ingredients. To cook this, we'll add a few sprigs of curry leaves, and 2 spoons of ginger and garlic paste. We will add some chili powder. I'm using Kashmiri red chili powder here, coriander powder, and just less than a spoon of turmeric. We add salt. Now that this has been added, we are going to add water to it, and I will cook it for approximately half an hour. Okay, just enough water to immerse the lamb chops. You don't need to be submerged totally in it. We don't want to have too much liquid in it because we want to make it a dry masala. Okay, so this goes in to get cooked for 30 minutes. I put the lamb chops there to boil, and while it is boiling, we'll quickly make a spice powder which we're going to add right at the end. Okay, so this spice powder will have peppercorns, some Shahi Jeera. I'm going to put exactly 1 teaspoon of it, and cumin, again 1 teaspoon of it, and we will dry roast this, and we will then pound it to a coarse paste. This is what is going to go on top of the mutton while we finish it right at the end. Within a minute, the cumin started to crackle, and that's the right time for us to take it off the flame. Okay, we switch it off, let it roast in a little bit of the residual heat of the pan, and then we take it off. And this needs to be ground to a coarse paste, and I would prefer doing it in a mortar and pestle. There's the masala, and we into this bowl. I have taken about 12 cloves of garlic, and I'm crushing it to be added later. Okay, so to cook this mutton masala, what we are going to use is we're going to use onion and tomatoes. And let's start with some regular refined oil. I prefer using canola oil. As the oil gets hot, add the cinnamon, cardamom, and the cloves. A little swirl, let it swell. So we could start doing this simultaneously because it is single chops of lamb, and as the lamb is getting cooked, I am starting with my preparation. Nice freshly pounded garlic. That's the best way I like to use garlic, when it is pounded. A few green chillies. I'm taking 3 pieces of green chillies that have been slit, and then add all the onions. To around 600 grams of mutton chops, I have 300 grams of chopped onion and 200 grams of chopped tomatoes. Few sprigs of curry leaves. I need to be sauteing this patiently for about 7 to 8 minutes. What we have to achieve is the onions have to nicely caramelize and get brown in color, not just golden, a little more than golden. And we keep doing that by slowly stirring it now and then. The onion is turning golden now, and from here on to get brown is going to take probably just 2 minutes. So stand next to the fry pan, don't leave it, don't go away, and you keep stirring it. Now we add all the tomatoes. So you see, it's very important. As soon as we add tomatoes, it stops the cooking of the onion any further. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and we add 1 teaspoon of salt, and we saute it further. As you see, all the tomatoes has cooked now, and we're going to slow down the flame and we're going to wait until all the mutton is fully cooked. When the mutton is cooked, we separate the mutton out, we add the water and all the juices along with the masalas that are sticking to the mutton onto this, and then we add the mutton back. The mutton has been boiling in slow flame for almost half an hour, and that's how it looks. I'm positive because it's just a single chop, they're all cooked. So I'm going to use a tongue and take away all the pieces of mutton. We'll reduce the sauce a little bit. Put this back on flame. I bring all of this water which contains the masalas that were sticking to the mutton along with the mutton stock, because this has been cooking in a mutton with bones, and I'll add all of this to the onion tomato masala that we cooked. Now you can already imagine what is going to come and coat all the mutton chops. I'll be cooking this for at least 4 to 5 minutes on full flame until I again see that all the oil separates out from the masala, and then we will add the lamb chops to this. I've been cooking the masala for almost 4 to 5 minutes now, and all the oil is separating out of the masala. That's an indication that all the masala is thoroughly cooked. It is still wet. We'll reduce it a little bit more and then add the mutton. The masala is now ready, and I will add back all the mutton pieces to it. From this stage onwards, I have to be very careful. The mutton should not break. At the same time, all the mutton should have an even coating of the masala. See how beautiful this looks. Mouth watering. The mutton has been beautifully cooking with the masalas. I'm going to now be very delicate. Only toss it with the pan. And here we now add a nice heap full of chopped coriander on top of it. And this beautiful powder. You see that? Crushed in a mortar and pestle. Sprinkle all of it. And then another, absolutely brilliant looking this is. Oh, okay, 1 more minute and it's all ready. Every piece of chop, you see here, every piece of chop has a masala stuck to it. Every piece of it. And time to dish it out and try it. I am taking 1 piece of chop, a perfect accompaniment to a drink, I would say. So wonderfully coating, and bon appetit. The mutton is perfectly cooked, not overdone, but at the same time I didn't have to chew more than 4 or 5 times. That's the kind of consistency we want from a good Telengana lamb chops. Fantastic flavor of that Shahi Jeera and Peppercorn coming. So I'm sure you're going to try this recipe at home, and please give me your feedback. I really need them to make my dishes better for you to try at home.